kind of stare at these stones for a little bit and see what the mind comes up with. You know, a lot of my design work, I incorporate a lot of flush setting, where there's no prongs, everything's just completely snagless and smooth, it's comfortable to wear, has a low profile, and it also shows off the stones really well. So there's a lot that you have to do in order to accomplish all of those things. And basically, I have some beautiful stones here. You know, working with 18 karat yellow gold is wonderful because basically it has this luster that you're not going to find in a lot of, you know, like most other golds or metals. In fact, it just has a liquid look to it when it gets a high polish that you're just not going to find in the other ones. And at least in my opinion, it just has that good surface to it. So I'm using purples and pinks and blues, such a great offset of that color of gold. So I'm going to start with my center stone here, try to get it to scale. In an ideal world, everything would be to scale, but you know, I'm free-handing it, so let's see what we can come up with. And oftentimes too, when I do design work, because I do everything by hand, you know, asymmetry is far easier to achieve as opposed to trying to create this perfectly even, perfectly symmetrical ring. I mean, it's hard to do without CAD. I can have people that can do that for me, but you know, just it kind of takes away the fun of making and designing the ring you want. So I always, you know, I kind of resist that easy technology and just do it, just work through it and come up with something unique and original. You know, I'm going to try to do some engraving in this ring too. So I got to allow some space for that to happen. One of the other things I try to do in my designs is create a lot of movement, a lot of depth and dimension, and you know, just have a lot of fun with it. And you know, one of the ways you can have fun with a design is just creating all these different, you know, layers of lines that are, you know, moving throughout the whole piece. You know, you have to, your eye just seems to want to follow these lines and just pulls you in to take a closer look at them. And you know, I love to look at even my ring today. I've made it 6 years ago, I think, and I still find myself just glancing at it, looking at it, and just seeing, you know, enjoying it every time. Like, it never gets old to me, just because of all the little things that are going on. It never is a, you know, it's never been a dull ring to me. It's never been plain or anything like that. And it's you know, it's fun to have on my hand every day. It's a lot of fun. So doing these 2D sketches like this, for me, it's kind of how I was always shown. Like, that's how I observed the people that I studied under, and kind of observed them designing jewelry, especially rings, this way. And because of how dimensional rings are, to try to extrapolate that idea from a flat picture can be hard for some people to, you know, understand or visualize. And for me, it's kind of how my brain works. I have always, you know, done my design work in this fashion, and you know, I kind of get the results I want by visualizing it this way first, and then once the wax is finished, then it really comes to life for people to see what this means as a sketch. And that's where a lot of the fun happens, because they see this sketch, they'll see it, they'll look at it, and they're like, okay, like, I don't really understand what you're doing here. I'm like, that's okay, because I do, and it's going to be an easier thing for me to translate to you once I carve the wax model. And that's where it really brings all together. It's like, okay, I totally get what you're doing there now, and yeah, it's kind of a little insight into how my mind works in 3D. So I have this ring here. It's, it could be inspired by one of my favorite forms of, or I guess styles of design is the Victorian era designs, the scrolls. I love the scrolls that are found in a lot of the old time gun engravings that were done, like on the Colt handguns, and that type of scroll work is done all over the world for the most part. But for me, with the style that I like to do with a snagless design, where everything's low profile, but yet it shows off the stone the way that I like to show it off, I find that this style for me, it is, I love it. It's my style. It is the way that I see how jewelry, should and could be made, and it's kind of what it's what I like. I feel like I could wear most of the stuff that I make, and so I'm gonna basically get this started, and we'll carve the wax for this and take it from there. So, God, this is gonna be awesome. I'm stoked about this.